Jellyfish have been drifting through Earth's oceans for more than 500 million years. They survived mass extinctions, shifting continents, and predators far more powerful than them. Long before dinosaurs walked the planet, jellyfish were already here, floating silently through the deep. And tonight, in the dark waters off the American coastline, one of these ancient survivors is rising toward the surface, glowing softly like a living secret of the sea. Deep below the waves, where sunlight disappears and the ocean becomes a world of cold darkness, a single jellyfish drifts through the water like a ghost. Her body is almost invisible, clear as glass, shaped like a delicate umbrella floating in slow motion. Soft rings shimmer inside her bell, and long tentacles trail behind her like ribbons in the current. She doesn't swim like a dolphin or hunt like a shark. She simply pulses gently, once, then again, letting the ocean carry her forward. If the sea could tell stories, this jellyfish would deserve a name, so we'll call her Luna. Tonight, something feels different. The current is stronger, like an invisible river flowing through the deep. Tiny glowing particles drift around Luna, sparkling faintly in the darkness. Small fish dart away, and the water itself seems alive with quiet motion. Without knowing why, Luna begins to rise. Slowly, steadily, she moves upward through the ocean, following the pull of the current. The higher she goes, the warmer the water becomes. The pressure eases, and far above her, a soft silver glow filters down from the moonlight. But then Luna senses another kind of glow, something unnatural, something steady. It isn't the moon, it isn't starlight, it's the pale light of a boat floating above the surface. Miles off the coast of California, a research vessel drifts quietly on the Pacific, its engines low and its lights dim. On the deck stands a marine biologist named Sarah Collins. She has been awake for hours, scanning the dark water, waiting for signs of unusual movement. For weeks, strange reports have been coming in along the U.S. coastline, glowing waves, strange ocean shimmer, and sudden changes in marine activity. Sarah and her team came here to find the truth. Sarah leans over the railing, staring into the black water. At first, she sees nothing but darkness and gentle waves rolling under the night sky. Then suddenly she sees it, a small blue flash beneath the surface. She blinks, thinking her tired eyes might be playing tricks on her. But then it happens again, another soft pulse of light, and then another. Sarah's heart begins to race. She leans closer, gripping the railing, and whispers, "No way!" because the water beneath the boat begins to glow. The ocean slowly fills with light as dozens of jellyfish drift into view like floating lanterns, then hundreds, then thousands. It's as if an underwater galaxy has awakened beneath the surface. The sea becomes a moving field of glowing stars, silent and mesmerizing. Sarah calls her team, and within moments, cameras are switched on and underwater drones are lowered carefully into the water. Sensors begin recording temperature and movement. The scientists move quickly, but even they can't hide their amazement. This isn't something you see every night. This is a massive jellyfish bloom, one of nature's most mysterious spectacles. Under the water, Luna drifts closer to the surface, surrounded by glowing companions. Her bell pulses slowly, and with every movement, the plankton around her lights up like glitter. The ocean sparkles with bioluminescence, creating soft trails of light that swirl behind her. On the drone screen, Luna looks unreal, like a living crystal floating through dark blue space. Sarah watches the footage in silence, unable to look away. She can see the delicate patterns inside Luna's bell, the thin edges of her body, and the long, graceful tentacles moving like silk. Jellyfish are some of the strangest animals on Earth. They have no bones, no blood, and no brain like humans. Instead, they have a nerve net, a simple system that allows them to sense touch, movement, and light. They don't chase prey with speed or strength. They drift and wait. and when a fish or plankton brushes against their tentacles, their stingers fire instantly. As the bloom continues drifting beneath the boat, Sarah notices something on the monitor that changes her expression. The water temperature is higher than expected. She turns to Mark Benson, the senior researcher on the vessel. "Is that correct?" she asks quietly. Mark stares at the readings for a moment, then nods. "It's correct," he says. Sarah feels her excitement shift into something heavier, because she knows what warmer water can mean. Jellyfish blooms can happen naturally, but huge blooms often appear when ecosystems are stressed. Warmer oceans can increase jellyfish populations. Overfishing can remove predators like tuna and sea turtles. And when the balance of the ocean changes, jellyfish often thrive while other animals struggle. Above the surface, Sarah watches the glowing ocean and realizes something unsettling. This beautiful sight may not just be nature showing off. It could be a warning sign, a reminder that the ocean is changing faster than most people realize. But Luna doesn't know any of that. Luna doesn't know about climate shifts or pollution or rising temperatures. She simply exists, floating through the sea the way jellyfish have for millions of years. She drifts with the current, and her glow continues to pulse softly in the darkness. Hours pass. The night grows colder, and the moon climbs higher in the sky. The bloom continues to move like a glowing river beneath the research vessel. Then suddenly, the drone camera catches something else. A massive shadow appears in the distance, moving slowly through the water. Sarah leans closer to the screen, her voice barely a whisper. "Mark," she says, "do you see that?" Mark steps forward and his eyes widen. The shadow grows clearer as it approaches, and then it becomes unmistakable. A humpback whale. The whale glides through the ocean like a giant submarine, calm and powerful, its body cutting through the dark water. Barnacles cling to its skin, and its long fins move gracefully as it travels through the bloom. And when the whale enters the glowing jellyfish field, something unbelievable happens. The movement of its body triggers the bioluminescent plankton, and suddenly the ocean lights up even brighter. Trails of glowing blue swirl around the whale like lightning, as if the animal is swimming through a sea of stars. Sarah stands frozen, her mouth slightly open, unable to believe what she is seeing. The whale passes near Luna. For a moment, the smallest ancient survivor and one of the largest ocean giants share the same space, drifting silently under the American moon. The whale doesn't attack. It doesn't even seem to notice Luna. It simply continues forward, disappearing into the deep like a shadow returning to the darkness. Luna floats on, glowing softly, as if nothing happened. But for Sarah, it feels like witnessing history, a reminder of how huge and mysterious the ocean truly is. It's hard to believe something as fragile as a jellyfish can survive. Jellyfish are made of almost 95% water. They can be torn by strong waves and eaten by predators, yet they have survived for more than 500 million years. They lived before dinosaurs, before mammals, before humans. They survived ice ages, asteroid impacts, and mass extinctions that wiped out countless species. And their secret is simple. They adapt. They don't need much to survive. They multiply quickly. They drift with the ocean instead of fighting it. And when the world changes, jellyfish often remain. As the night continues, the bloom begins to thin. The jellyfish drift farther apart, their glow fading like distant candles. The ocean starts to look dark again, as if the underwater galaxy is slowly turning off. Luna feels the current change once more. Now the pull is downward. The ocean is calling her back to the deep. She pulses slowly and begins to descend, her light growing dimmer as she moves away from the surface. On the drone camera, Luna becomes smaller and smaller until she's just a tiny spark in the darkness. And then she disappears completely. Sarah stands at the railing, staring down into the water. The ocean looks calm now, almost empty. From the shore, no one would ever guess what happened here tonight. No one would imagine thousands of glowing jellyfish drifting beneath the waves. No one would believe a whale swam through an underwater galaxy of light. The sea looks normal again, quiet, dark, endless. But Sarah knows better.
She knows the ocean is never truly empty. Beneath the surface is a hidden world filled with ancient creatures and silent mysteries. Luna is still out there somewhere, drifting through the deep, glowing softly in the darkness. And maybe that is the ocean's greatest lesson. Not everything powerful is loud. Not everything beautiful is meant to be understood. Some creatures don't roar, hunt, or fight. Some simply survive, moving forward through time. And if you ever stand on an American beach at night, whether it's California, Florida, Hawaii, or the Outer Banks, and you look out at the dark water, you might think the ocean is sleeping, but it isn't. Because somewhere beneath those waves, jellyfish like Luna are still drifting, ancient, silent, glowing, living proof that the ocean holds wonders we've barely begun to discover. So the next time you hear the waves crashing against the shore, remember this. Beneath the surface, an entire universe is moving in silence. And in that universe, jellyfish continue their journey, one gentle pulse at a time, lighting up the darkness like living stars. If you enjoyed this ocean story, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment below. Have you ever seen a jellyfish in real life? And would you swim in glowing ocean water at night?